Are we live? Of course we're live. What is going on, everyone? We got a lot to talk about. This is the Unmasked After Show. John, Jacob, you guys did great tonight with the BMW setup, the amplifier in an aquarium. We're going to talk about it. And, yeah, I got one too. So let's kick this thing off. Appreciate you guys in the chat. I'll see you guys in a second. Have a safe drive home. You did great tonight, man. For tuning in, Glenn. Facebook user, what is up? Miss Watner is in the house. I appreciate you guys. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas, but we will have one more show before that. Hey, wait, over here, guys. That's the fish cam. What is going on, everyone? Thank you for tuning in. And of course, again, this is the Unmasked After Show. Thank you guys for hanging out, man. We're going to have an awesome time tonight. Man, I've been doing a lot of stuff with a lot of things here, but let's talk about the Unmasked show, man. I think they did great tonight. An amp dyno, a fish tank, an install, 2 giveaways. Man, it was packed full and I barely made it. My daughter had a violin concert. You know how those Christmas concerts are. And as soon as you guys started, I was walking to my car, so it was kind of perfect, and got to listen to it on the way home. And came up here and started working on a few extra things while I watched the Unmasked show. And that is what is awesome about these car audio TV shows, if you want to call it that, man. It's something you can listen to and or watch. And it's always good content going along with that, man. So I appreciate you guys tuning in early here. We already got 20 people in the house. What is up, Garrick? Appreciate you tuning in, man. Hope you're doing well. I see you got that Trinity 15 or 18. I can't wait to see you put that together, man. Baba already starting to make it rain, man. It might be snowing now. I think it's too cold to be raining. Snow flurries are coming. Baba, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for your $20 super chat. Starting it off with the locomotive, baby. Hitting that like, people. Hit that like, people. Show some love. Absolutely, guys, man. You guys have been crushing the like button, and I see it. So I appreciate you guys, and it means a lot, man. It really does. And again, Bubba, thank you so much, man. And thank you for all of you guys have bumped up on the Patreon up to the new $25 tier, man. You guys are awesome. Appreciate each and every one of you. Even the guys I get it, man. Not everybody's got money. As long as you're watching, I love you. Appreciate you guys so much. Making it rain and snow. We might get a little bit of sleet tonight. Who knows? Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you guys so much. Thank you, Miss Lautner, for tuning in. Glenn, appreciate you, man. You know, I love to see the usuals come in on time, man, and watch it from beginning to end, or just whatever you guys can. Appreciate that you are here. Scott Dilbeck, what is going on, man? 40 hertz and under, my ears perk. You know, I mean, 40 hertz under the sea, or, you know, however it goes, couple leagues, you know, here or there. Either way, it's wasted information, man. You know, wasted waves. We'll call it that. Thank you for tuning in, man. Brian Townsend, Merry Christmas. To Ernie and everybody, man, yes, you know, I will be live Friday. It's not Christmas Eve, so I don't have nothing going on. So we will be live, and I don't know. We're going to have an awesome show, man. Cornut, thank you for tuning in, man. I appreciate you guys. Awesome. Garrick. It just popped up, man. It's glitching. Let me know if my video looks okay. I was having a little bit of issues with my camera here. I thought it was the second, you know, just the ATM Mini, and it was just this one kind of glitching a little bit. So I don't know. I might have to replace the mini HDMI cord on this, but either way, hopefully it looks good, man. I appreciate you guys. Okay, here comes the snow. Sleet. It's coming. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate you, man, with a $20 super chat. Thank you so much, man. You guys are awesome, man. You know, and it's just it's an honor to be able to do this stuff, man. It really is. Appreciate you so much. And another one, but Mike DePoli, thank you, man, as well, for bumping up on Patreon with a $20 super chat. Merry Christmas, Andy. Hope you and the family have a great holiday. Merry Christmas to you as well, man. You know, I am excited and I am ready for the holidays to start. We got a few more days to go. And, you know, that's the thing. When you get older, it's like, man, I am excited to give this present to who and to who and to who, you know, rather than receiving gifts. It's like, listen, I got everything I ever need. And that's what's so cool about doing this car audio stuff and this live streaming. It makes it affordable for me to be able to do this stuff. So when someone asks me, hey, what do you need? I'm okay. I'm doing fine. Let me get you something, man, because you guys kill it for me, man. You guys really do. And thank you so much again, Jason and Mike. Appreciate you guys so much. Thank you, Garrick. You know, I love to get my audio and video down point. I was even messing with my lighting. Now my umbrella is like 3 inches from my forehead now. So let me know if I'm like shining too much. But I feel like with streaming at 60 frames and my shutter rate at 60 frames should be 125. So I can knock it down a little bit with the lighting. So that might help a little bit. But let me know if it looks okay. Let's see, Andy, Matt G. You know what, Matt? I've been meaning to get back to you on your question on Discord, and I've just been busy so much. Andy, what is the audio setup for the PC situation you got going on there? You know, with the audio, I wanted to, this thing has all kind of stuff. It has like sub out and left and right and all kinds of fancy stuff. I haven't even dove into it yet because when I stream, I don't want to confuse the computer and forget to turn the mic on, because the Elgato is its own sound processor. So actually, nothing on this system right here, but on the laptop, currently right now, I have the DX250.4 on the wall. Just, it's going to be there 24/7, and it's just right now I got a KB6000 hooked up to it, or KB6. One of the two, the same thing. But either way, I got a system, you know, in the works over there with the amp dyno stuff. And when I'm not amp dynoing, I have a system. So in my room, plus we always got the Cornut kicker box downstairs in the living room. I'm pretty good. But nothing right here. You know, I try to keep it simple, man. I really try to do, because you know what I mean? You go live and no one can hear you. I did that once recently, not again. Appreciate your comment, man, and I will get back to you after the stream. Brian Townsend with a $10 super chat. Merry Christmas, Aaron, Andy. Merry Christmas, Brian. You know, and I seen your comment as well on Discord about the base van. When am I going to do that? You know, with the pilot, that is the goal eventually. But that probably won't happen for another 2 years solid, at least when it's paid off, and I can go and buy another vehicle for our family. And that would be plan A. Plan B, that could happen earlier, but I don't like forcing things. I have a Volvo wagon that could be a potential candidate. It needs an engine, but otherwise it's 100%. We'll call it 99.9% there. But it hasn't ran in a while, but I do want to get that running. And I don't know, man. Lowrider wagons are pretty cool. Straight six, rear-wheel drive. It's a fun car. And I had a nice system in there time to time. Nothing crazy. Loudest I ever got the Volvo was 146. But I was always under 1,000 watts. So it would be cool to use that kind of vehicle too, man. And that was the goal years ago. But then the engine went, timing, all that fun stuff, man. And it just, you know, things happen. And plans change, and, you know, it's just life. But I will let you guys know, you know, I see it so much with everyone in these big builds, you know, between Exo, Drew, and I know I'm going to be forgetting out a lot, but, you know, Parker and Derek Hradek, and, you know, there's Steve Barber, you know, there's a lot, and of course the Bronco build, you know, there's a lot going on. It's like, I want to be in the mix, but I'm just going to do with what I do best, 1, 2, with what I got, and eventually, one day, we'll be there. Appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for the super chats and always tuning in, man. What is going on, Chris? Dude, you are always posting in Kicker Club. I see everything. Trust me, man. And I appreciate you tuning in now. I hope you're doing good. And if you ever need a box built spec-wise for your 412s, let me know. I know you've been wanting to do a wall and everything, but just get at your Kicker boy, buddy. Appreciate you, man. Garrick's trying to make me swear up here. I'd rather watch you than, rides on Motor Trend. You know, TV is hard to watch, not gonna lie, because YouTube gives you what you want, you know, exactly what you want, because you can search for it, and if you got premium, usually there's no ads. But, you know, I get it, man. I totally get it. So yeah, anyway, back to the UnMasked show. You know, they did the build with the Beamer with the, what was it, 10-inch L7T or 12, either way, because people were asking about why didn't you guys put Qs in there, and, you know, that car looked very difficult to do a system in, and I felt like they were definitely challenged in some points, you know, especially with like the door pod, not the door pods, but where they put the snowmen. I'm like, oh, that looks like something I'm up against, but my speakers, my tweeters are in the dash, at least not on the door, but my window is like this. It's really small, so it's like, how do I fit something like that in there? Other than just plopping a tweeter in a stock location. I wanted to do the snowman. It's a little bit easier than pulling out my air vents and putting speakers there. But, you know, to do that and to have it swing with the door, you know, I feel like that will work perfect for Campbell, but at the same time, for your average user, that might not be the best situation. You know, you start messing with your snowman and then you forget you turned them up, and then you open your door real fast and you break off the tweeter. So, but that's the thing with car audio, you know, and that's why I get like weirded out when I do a build. I'm like, I want this to be kind of foolproof, you know, so when someone gets in my car, you know, and I don't forget something, because I forget a lot, not gonna lie, and you know, I don't want anything like that happening. Other than that, man, I feel like they just knocked that build out of the park, because there wasn't really much they could do, and they wanted to get that front stage and to use a snowman. I mean, that is a product for a system like that where you're trying to get better full front staging, you know, whatever it is meant to be for, you know, that is what it is designed to do, and that's why they put it in there. And, you know, I wanted to get the snowman. I just, whenever I looked at my Pilot, because I was going to get it for that, but I was like, man, I kind of want to keep it like super stock, where if you get in my car, unless you look in the back and see 412 kickers in the quad box, it looks stock. You know, but at the end of the day, it's kind of like, man, well, I don't want to do door panels. Maybe snowmen would probably work for that. I always say this every time. I'm like, I got to turn the air down. I'm getting hot, or it's getting cold in here. And then it's like, I go live and I'm like sweating. It's fun, man. And it's crazy because it's like 20 degrees outside. All right, cool. Let's see here. Got a couple comments here. Why are my comments behind on StreamYard? On here, okay, now I see it. It's delayed, kind of. YouTube over here is a little bit faster. I got that kind of over here going over there just to see the most current comments and stuff like that, so I'm not like out of the loop or anything. Because you know, when you're doing something on the screen and you move from the comments, it's nice to have them here. And when you click on super chats, you know, it'll just stay there unless you click it again. Again though, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And you know, I feel like Friday's gonna be a pretty good show. You know, it's the holidays. And man, I don't know. It's just, I'm excited for it. I really am. I really am. Yeah, that's why the stream really didn't start yet. I'm just kind of, you know, I don't know, just chilling, waiting for Deviant to get here so we can start the stream. Something like that, man. Man, it's okay. Low voltage, you know, at least we got 25 in here, so we got something. We got something. Garrick says, my basehead family circle gives me what I want. You know, and that's what's so cool about what we do here and on social media. It's been a blessing and it's a curse, let me tell you. I know you know all too well, Garrick. It can go both ways, man. Speaking of the devil, his ears were burning. His ears were burning. Deviant has arrived. Appreciate you tuning in, Deviant. Adam Russell, what is going on, dude? I seen you made a comment in the Discord too. I see the notifications. I just never have the time to jump on there unless I got nothing to do. And I never have nothing to do recently. I've been pretty busy working and stuff. And you know, just getting things ready. You know, speaking of which, I got the SPL lab almost ready for the amp dyno. And I'm going to ask you a few questions whenever I have everything set up. Because I'm finally, I bought that off you like what, almost a year ago, the DC clamp. Just any kind of questions on there, because I think I barely used it one time, but not in together at the same time with the power. And if I did it for 1 minute. I just want to go over a few things, you know, because there are a little bit of settings to look at with the SPL lab. There's some things you can mess up, you know, by switching the 1 millivolt to 10. You know, I've done that. Simple stuff, but I know the basics. But you know, just to go over everything before I start doing that, because what's cool about my amp dynos compared to others, now when this is done, I'm literally going to be able to show you efficiency real time on one screen. Power clamped, efficiency, or impedance, resistance. Well, impedance, not resistance. Got to get it right. They will chew you alive. And, you know, just to see what it does and the efficiency numbers, and not just the efficiency numbers, but the wattage of how much power you're pulling from your DC power supply, which is your car. You know, so it's going to cover everything, man. It's going to be awesome. We got Darth Brooks up in here. Thanks for tuning in. Baba said, do the trick Rob shared with us, pop out YouTube chat and overlay it on top of StreamYard interface. Well, I do have it over here. Oh, that's the fish. That's the fish cam. That's the fish cam. Speaking of which, how is the fish doing? Is he okay? Can we see him? Where's he at? He's hiding. Oh, there he is. Now, this fish technically did not have a name until today, but it's one of my friends, Chris McLaughlin's. So his name's Chris. And I had his fish for a long time. There was 4 of them. Now there's 1. But it was over like 2 or 3 years, you know, and just fish like to pick on each other. It's a pain in the butt, man. But I was like, man, if Kicker Unmasked is going to have a fish tank on their show tonight, I need one. And he was actually in a quarantine tank anyway, because I transferred some fish over. And whenever I did that, one of either the pleco or the angelfish was attacking him. His rear fins were all chewed up, you know, and that happens. Fish nip. And these fish are a lot smaller. Goldfish are dumb, but they're easy to keep. and they're pretty strong. You know, you can like, that's why I tossed him in here. I'm like, yeah, they're strong, they're good. So he was in the quarantine tank anyway, and I'm like, you know what? I'll just pop him over here, get this tank running, boom, bada bing, bada boom, and he's good to go. I mean, I could keep him here for a little while. He's been in quarantine for a little while just because his fins needed to grow back, and you can see that his fins. Well, if you come over here, I put that air bubble in there just to get some aeration, just some movement with the water too. You don't want it getting stagnant, but his fins look really, really good, and he was only in there for like a week, man. It's crazy. People like to medicate their fish, and it's like sometimes a bath is all you need, a water change and some separation. Miss Lautner, appreciate you. Thank you so much. Happy holidays, and tell Kevin I said hi. Love you guys. Can't wait to see you guys at Slam next year if you come out again. Nice. It would be nice to meet you too. I appreciate you guys so much, and it's cool to be able to just do this and meet you people, and it's truly something I have never experienced in life before, and it's awesome, man. It is really awesome, and we do this for fun, Thank you so much. Appreciate you. And man, you guys are awesome. Let's see. Yeah, it is probably Acoustical Arts. What is going on? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I hate bothering people, with questions. But sometimes, SJC, you know all too well, I will blow up your phone. When something is really wrong, I'm like, listen here. Stop what you're doing for just a minute. I'm stuck. Otherwise, I really don't try to bother people because I understand. Bobby B, thank you for tuning in, man. Andy, what's your plans for mids and highs for Kayla's car with the 2 Solo X18s? Getting ahead of myself there. Honestly, she has KS 6x9s in the doors. In the rear, it's still stock, just because I didn't replace anything yet. Just didn't need to. Rear fill really isn't quite that important. But to power it with a 4-channel, I still need to figure that out. But I don't know, because with them coming out with the Warhorse line, I don't know if they're going to have a 4-channel, and I'm trying to think of what I'm going to power Cookie Monster with when I throw in these ST speakers, because I want to keep everything KX unless I'm switching to Warhorse, and whatever that may entail. But at the same time, it's like, okay, well, it's kind of like hand-me-downs kind of situation with that, because I have everything else used up, really. It's either on the wall, or it's in the Eclipse, or it's in the Pilot. I could buy something new, but if I can transfer rather than let something sit there, I will do that. Especially with her build, it's going to be a process, not too much really. I still need to buy a head unit install dash kit. I have a head unit for her. I got a head unit off my buddy Mike down the street, and it actually has wireless CarPlay. That's like an $800 head unit. I think it's Sony or Pioneer, one of the two. It's a $700 head unit. Doesn't matter. And I need to install that. And then once I get that, I definitely will have a lot more freedom to do anything in the car. And I do need to buy some more zero gauge for her car. Just because, man, it just takes power to make power. I'm going to keep her on a stock alt because, honestly, the Pilot with the stock alt and one JY40 and one of those super capacitors, I don't see 12 volts unless I'm at idle and I'm clipping, So I feel like, if you got enough reserve back there with the technology that's available today with the batteries, you can get away with a lot more on a stock alt than you could back in the 90s or 2000s, for sure, 100%. So, it all depends what comes available and what I can use, man. But for sure, the KS series, the 6x9s, my old ones, there was nothing wrong with them. I just replaced mine to match the ones in the in the air vents just because they were different colors. And I'm weird. I want everything to match. So, yeah, she got the old KS. They're just like the gray and red ones. Honestly, I like the old gray and red ones for some reason. The new ones are gray and gold, and they're cool too, and they sound great, and they changed some few things on the 3.5s. I like that red a little bit better. But you know, with the 50th anniversary right around the corner, they threw out the golds, and it matches the other stuff that they got going on, man. Now, if they had blue, if they had blue. What's going on, Adir? Thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate that you're here. Audio Anonymous. This is Art. What is up, man? He is the man of many faces. I can be incognito as need be. It's okay, man. You don't have to hide from me, man. You know, what's up, buddy? Thanks for tuning in. Audio Squared. I even have a Kicker fan page. 25. Duh, man. He is everywhere. And, oh, I know this one. The Elon Musk one. Appreciate you, man. You better subscribe to every single one of your YouTube channels. Let's see. Hope the weather's not too bad out your way. Yeah, I know the weather's going to be bad, and the deer's out towards me, Pennsylvania. So yeah, I know it's going to. I think like Thursday. It's supposed to get bad. It's supposed to get bad. Snow's going to be here. Santa's coming. I mean, you know, you got to be able to move the sled somehow. And I just don't know how he gets around when it doesn't snow. You know, he must have a backup plan of some sort. I don't know. Reindeers are working extra hard. All right. Andy, love the watch, bruh. The Apple Watch? Thanks for tuning in, Mom. The concert was awesome. Aaliyah did great. I need to re-watch because they actually did a live broadcast of her concert, and Kayla could see her better than we could. me and Dad were just sitting way up front on the front row, and they had Aaliyah in the middle, and I couldn't even see her the whole time until she talked. And then, of course, when she was talking on the microphone, she did good, by the way, they put the stand like right in front of her face. I'm like, I can't get nothing. So I got like no clips of her, barely. Sounded great, though. Sounded great. And Miss Hacken? Old violin teacher was there. I wish I could have saw her, though. She ran away fast. Show the pic of you and Art. Message me after, Deviant. So anyway, I know they didn't talk about it too much. I mean, they did in the beginning. I was driving too. With the new IPXA amplifiers, because they have the older ones, but there's no A at the end. I think that's the difference. And I'm sure there's different ratings and different features and different models, because I know they got more now coming. And they did the amp dyno. And, you know, it's crazy that something can be entirely submerged in water. And I was talking to Ernie a little bit before, and they were talking about it on the show that, you know, they had the amplifier in there for a whole month. You know, just running in water. IP 66, 67, 67 is what submerged, 66 is blasted. So there was, you know, it's just crazy that they have something like that you can buy and just do that with. It kind of makes me want to get one and run it in one of my fish tanks, but I need to top it somehow. I can't just do that. I want to do something where a subwoofer, or probably a subwoofer, because the speaker is not going to really do much. A subwoofer cut into the tank, so when I would turn it on, it would make waves. You know, with that amplifier that's submerged into the tank. I could probably cut glass. You got to be careful, but you can with the tempered glass, which fish tanks are made out of. So you can do that and mount it in there on the outside of it. And all you'd have to do is put some kind of coating on the cone, because a lot of their cones are waterproof externally. And I mean, shoot, use the marine subwoofer. Why not? And, you know, spray it on the subwoofer so that the fish don't get, you know, whatever from the plastic or whatever you put in the tank, because you're supposed to spray stuff into the whatever you're putting in the fish tank. So it would be cool to have something like that going on. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think that would be awesome. All right, let's see. Let me scroll down here. Brian Townsend, my shop lion is going nuts tonight. It must be Andy's fish. Hey, you know, you got to have a shop lion. Someone to take charge. That's all you got to do, man. That's all you got to do. You'll get the joke on the Discord modified. Oh, come on, man. Let's see here. Oh, speaking of you, Deviant, I got something for you. At the end of the UnMasked show, Ernie showed something pretty cool. There's Beardy all ready for Christmas. It's awesome, man. It's awesome. It's cool they throw up your stuff too, man. You know, and Beardy has been around since day one. If you go look at like the original, what was it? Was it the Christmas one? I don't know. It was one of the OG ones. And he's like the top trending video on their thing. I swear it is, and it's the thumbnail. It always comes up first, man. So I had to get that and throw that up on my stream as well. Oh snap! Drew Landers, what is going on, man? Thank you for tuning in. I hope that your L715 is doing well, man. Man, why am I getting all these notes? I'm afraid to turn off notifications because then my super chats will just go bye-bye. And we don't want that to happen again, man. Alright, cool. Well, if you guys have any questions about what they talked about on the UnMasked show, let me know. Let me know. You know, shoot. There's a lot of things that I've been working on with the Anthino and just getting that ready. I threw a few pictures on Patreon. And I don't know if I put the other one up because I changed it a few times. And I don't know, man. It's a lot of work just making things look clean. And the way that they did that with that BMW, it just reminded me of what I've been doing. It's like, to make something look really good, you have to take 4 times the time, not double the time, because it's not double the time. It is more than double the time to make things look super clean rather than just, you know, throwing something together and flicking a switch, because that does not take much time at all. So to do that kind of stuff, man, make time to do it, because you don't want to rush into it and tear it all apart again. You really don't. All right, let me pull this down. I don't need that. Garrick, appreciate you too, man. You know, I always see you tuning in on all the live shows, having a good time, man. You know, I see you, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Got some lithium on the way. Dude, I think you told me something about that. I don't know, man. You know, I feel like lithium's going to help you a lot. I know you have the Scar RP amp. I don't know if you switched up from that. And, you know, I feel like whenever you run a system, you know, you can tweak a few things and get some gains. But anytime you're getting a gain, you're losing somewhere at some point, you know. And I feel like, yeah, I could say build another box, do this, do that. But then you might lose something that your current box already has. And who knows if that's what you want. You want just that high, punchy 45 hertz and up bass, you know, but it's louder. And there's lots of pros and cons. And I feel like at a certain point, you kind of do lose. And it's like, okay, let's just put 2 subwoofers in. Now, when you do that, you have to make sure you have space available. But at the same time, you get so much more, man. And I feel like a lot of people run into that, where they're trying to get the most out of something. And there's just a point where it's like, okay, if you really want to get more, you need more subs. You need more effective moving area. You just need more. That's all you need. And I feel like, you know, just with your setup, man, your bigger vehicle, 215s, man, and now that you got the lithium, it's really going to help you, dude. It really is. And eventually down the road, get a high output alternator. If you think your vehicle is going to last more than 3 years, it's worth it. It's worth it 100%, man. Appreciate you tuning in. I hope you and your family are doing well. And if I don't see you Friday, Merry Christmas. Gotta say, this camera really heightens the blemishes on your face. Baba, it was kind of concerning that no one answered the 4 or 5 requests verifying Solo X release. No one responded. I thought that was you know, I feel like so many people ask it all the time, and that's where I'm here to be like, I'll answer you. But I feel like, you know, with their show and how they kind of streamline things, where they don't throw up every comment. You know, they kind of say, here's the show. This is what we're going to talk about. You're going to learn about this. This is going to be an awesome time for you guys. And then when we can, we'll throw in some comments. And I feel like they don't want it to be redundant, because like my show can get like that sometimes too. But that's the point of my show. It's just, it can be redundant because we just do pretty much anything. We're here to just mess around and shoot. This is the Unmasked After Show. Totally unofficial. You know, like I just started doing it one day and then now it's a thing. It's every Tuesday, I guess every other Tuesday, you know, now, but it's just, you know, after their show. So we can do that kind of here. That's more professional. Kicker Unmasked, man. Keep it that way. So the redundancy of the same question every week, I get it, why they might not answer it all the time. And that's kind of the point of, well, me, but not really, tech support, you know, of you calling and the show to whatever. But, you know, I feel, man, it's just, I feel like they just don't want to talk about it because it's almost here, you know, but they don't want to like lead people on more than they already have, you know, because this thing was supposed to be out a year ago or maybe more. And things just push things back, and we can't, unforeseeable things happen. So, you know, yeah, the L7X, as we all know, Q1 of 2023, and it shouldn't change. I really don't think it will. It's the 50th anniversary this year, you know, 73. So I don't think they're going to drop the ball, man. When push comes to shove, I don't think they're going to. And now, obviously, if some crazy thing could happen like it has, sure, it absolutely could. But I see it coming, you know, at least probably February. January's kind of, you know, maybe. It could happen January 1st, you know. But I feel like more February, just because, you know, and gives people ample enough time to purchase it. And then right around tax time season, people got more money than they should, and they start buying subwoofers. So maybe it's a little bit of that too, you know. And, you know, these people that do all these demographics of analytics and stuff, you know, it's more than just people playing with speakers there. So there's that too, where they might be like, okay, our launch date is going to be this date instead of this date because we're seeing this from the economy, or whoever knows, or they just want to get it out. I don't know. I don't work for them officially or anything, but I can't wait for it to be here, man. And I think that's probably why they're just not saying it all the time, because they don't want it to be redundant, you know. But here, that's what we're here to do, and here to have a good time, man. Appreciate you, Baba. What IP water resistant rating are those amps? They were saying 66 and 67. I don't know all this stuff, but I'm just regurgitating what they were saying. What 66 is literally just, you know, protection from being sprayed by water, you know, like sprinkled on, sprayed on, pressure, whatever. And then 67 is fully submergible to a certain depth. So, waterproof. And that's, you know, they had it in a fish tank hanging in there for a month already. So, and it's just, it's crazy, you know, our phones are waterproof, but I still don't trust it. You know, I don't, if I drop my phone in a little bit of water, I'm like spraying it, blowing it out. I don't trust it. I really don't. But it will be the test of time, man, to see how long that goes, and throw some fish in there and get going, man. If I had one of those amps, I'd throw it in there right now with them. But then I think with fish, yeah, you got to spray it. You got to spray that. Ernie, I don't know if you're listening. You're going to have to spray that amp with something to put a fish in there. I didn't even think about that, because there might be a breakdown of some kind of toxins from the amplifier, just because it's not fish safe. Now, can you just throw anything in there and it'll be okay? 9 chances out of 10, yeah. Oakley has thrown vape batteries in my fish tank with fish in there, and they didn't die. So, I mean, and it was hours, who knows, you know, like... It was bad. CDs, you know, and they're okay, but you don't want to push things. You don't. Third quarter of 2024. I don't know about that. I don't know. I would die. Let me scroll down here. Why am I getting all these notifications now? You just turn off notifications for mail. Please don't ruin super chats. No, never seen a formal declaration. Supposedly Q1 2023, but it wasn't acknowledged in the last stream. That was truly suspect. Yeah, I mean, I've been meaning to message people. Do you ever type out something and then you're like, and then you delete the whole thing? That's kind of what that was. And then I just started talking about football instead. I know after the holidays, I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. I'll find out for you guys. Need to. Trading the L7 for 2 American Base Hawk 15s. No. I like American Base too. I mean, I feel like you're going to gain anyway because you're going to gain cone area. I don't know the Base Hawks themselves. I don't know, 1,000 RMS maybe each one. I don't know. I know the XFLs, the Godfathers, Yellow Series, VFL, everything. But I never heard of the Base Hawks. I'm trying to remember the Base Hawks. But either way, I mean, I feel like you're going to gain. Now, could you went with 2 L715s? Yeah, you could have gained, but then you'd probably need even bigger box. Maybe 2 CVX 15s. But if you already got the 2 Base Hawks, then run that, man. William is late. Everyone's doing their last minute Christmas shopping. I can tell. I'm a little boring tonight, but I'm not that boring. And we got a low attendance. It's okay. It's Tuesday. William finally made it here. Appreciate you tuning in. Hey, kicking it. Kicker, Unmasked After Show with Andy. Andy, you're a rock star. Thank you for all you do, and thank you for always tuning in, man. I knew you couldn't miss the show. Appreciate you. And, man, I am just getting ready to make the custom connection for your Bluetooth bass knob to plug into the barrel connector. I got my solder sitting there. I got some wire. I seen how you just twist that little guy off. You make your 2 little solder connections, twist it back on, bada bing, bada boom, hook that to your amplifier, boom, done. I cannot wait, man. I'm getting there. I had to get a lot of the power wire runs to know where everything else is going. And then now I'm like, okay, let's get everything else, We got a super chat. Cannot pass up the super chats. We got DIY audio guy here. Appreciate you, Justin. Thank you for tuning in. I missed your show last night. I was listening to Monday Night Football. I'm not gonna lie to you, while I was doing the SAMP stuff. Love you though, bud. Jason, $20 super chat. Appreciate you, man. Again, can't rush quality. Just be patient, guys. Happy holidays. Thank you so much, man. And you can't rush quality just because, man. I have always been the guy rigging things, not just, unmasked contests as well, alongside Kicker, but always rigging things, just twisting wires together, electric tape, boom, and it's good, and crimping zero gauge lugs with vice grips. No. Will it work? Sure. Are you going back in a year or two with a corroded connection and it's kind of loose and you pull it and then you just don't got good contact? Take your time and make it worth it, because this is the system that you're going to start your car, get into, listen to every day that you drive. Make it so that you can drive this thing off the road and things aren't going to stop working, should I say. And it happens, man. It really does. Trust me. Take your time. Can't rush quality. Thank you so much, man. And happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you for always tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Is my messages coming through? Yeah, I got you right here on Kicker Club. It should be here. Didn't come through. I don't know if it's Stacy Wright. Merry Christmas, Andy. Thank you, man. Merry Christmas to you too. There was a few other ones here. You know what? My audio's low. Okay. There we go. That's a little better. Maybe that's why I'm a little slow tonight. Audio was too low. Gain was too low. We can't do that. 1500, I believe 3000 watt max. So 15 RMS, probably a 3-inch coil. It's going to take a little bit more just because you are jumping up to a subwoofer that can handle a little bit more. Man. And if you're going to run the same amp, please tell me you're going to be at 1 ohm now, at least. Because I know you were at 2 with that, because that one was a dual 4. So I feel like you should be okay on that. But let me know exactly what you got going on, man. Baba, I am not going to ignore all the conversation with Solo X, you know, because Solo X is my life. Like, this is the sub that got me on Kicker, dude. It wasn't the L7. It was that. Well, should I say that? You know, and it's just, I'm excited. I'm waiting too, but I'm me, okay? And it's just like, I want to be like, what's going on? But it's like, I see them. They're there. They're working on it. They're getting it ready for, you know, mass production. And there's so much that goes into the stuff that we don't see. We just wait till it's available online, you know, and it's like, I don't know. I'm excited for the L7X. I can't wait for it to be here. And, man, I don't know. I just want to see it move, you know, and just have it. Just have it. And I know you're excited too, Bubba, and it's okay, man. I'm not going to tell you not to ask questions, because every time on all my videos on YouTube, not just live streams, people are asking. You know, they see those old videos I put up. When's the L7X coming up? When's the L7X coming up? And I try to answer them as much as I can. And a lot of people are going to ask here because they see those videos, then they see I go live, and then they're going to ask that question. And it's fine. I will take the bullets. Yes, Justin is here. Soda Pop is watching. I see you, Soda. Thank you for tuning in, man. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Mike DePoli, thank you, man. Night Andy, passing out, family sick here. Merry Christmas, brother. Merry Christmas, man, and I hope your family's doing well. You know, it's the worst thing to be sick during the holidays. At least you guys get to be together, and hopefully you guys feel better so you can see your extended family. And yeah, man, I just hope you and your family feel so much better, buddy. Appreciate you. Merry Christmas, man. Merry Christmas. Again, thank you for everything. William, busy in the lab tonight. Been listening in Kicker and... oh, I hit enter. I didn't know that deleted that. That's pretty cool. Been listening to Kicker and your show. Not able to get on and say, hey, it's okay, man. It's okay. You know, I do the same thing too. And then sometimes I'd be trolling on Rob and Dean. I won't say nothing because I'm working, and you know, the whole gotta say hi to everybody thing. And I'll be listening, and then as soon as Dean starts talking smack on Kicker, I'm like, notifications, and then they're like, oh my god, we've seen a ghost, Andy's here. It's so funny. I can't do it anymore, cat's out of the bag now, but the very first time I did that though, I just happened to go on, and then Dean was talking about it, so ever since then, I just kind of kept it going. And then now they're just like, oh man, he does got that 6 kicker sense, man, it's real. Andy, where that 14.4 talk Xmas pick at? That will be here Friday. Sounding good, Andy. Hope you enjoy the wireless bass knob. Test it out good. Thank you. I will, man. I will put it through the ringer, and I will let you know if I run into anything. But, man, it's going to be awesome. I'm excited. L7X quad box. I wish, Jason. There's some things that I can show you guys later, or maybe never, I don't know. But I seen something like it. Now, will it ever come to fruition? You know, will they ever make that? I don't think so. Just because of shipping. But honestly, you can make your own. You really could. And if you talk to the right designer, they will make you one to spec. I would get the specs from Kicker. Talk to one of their tech support guys. They'll give you all the numbers. They use WinZid. They use all kind of programs, man. They make subwoofers. They know what they're doing. And then just have a guy that, if you don't feel comfortable, you know, of making, what's it called? Not slot port. Curved ports and stuff like that. It may be a little bit bigger, a little bit more port area, or whatever, you know, it needs to be. And you could make your own L7X quad box. I just don't think they ever would, just because of shipping. If that was the case, and power, you know, you got to think about it. 4 L7Rs take 2400 RMS. If you ran the L7s, it would take what? 750, 3,000, you know, another 600 watts. And they don't even have an amp that technically does that. Well, they do, but not rated. So, and more weight, you know, and do those drivers like that enclosure? And are they that efficient? Do they need more electrical? And then you're talking about an L7X, which twice the power handling if not 3 times. And, the weight of shipping and just the type of electrical you would need. You don't want some guy, not that, that's the biggest problem, but you don't want some guy grabbing this L7X quad box and they need an 8,000 RMS amp and they put it on one KXA 2400 and they're just like, man, I spent $7,000 on this quad box and, it's just not that loud. And that's going to happen, man. And it's unfortunate. It really does. And I feel like it's not even that. It would come down to weight and shipping costs. They already got to take this thing on a, I don't even know, an 18-wheeler and, put on a pallet. You got to go pick it up. They could bring it to your house if you live in certain areas. But I just went and picked mine up because you need a dock or something like that. Like, it's not, I know you can just order one. I don't know the average person, their experience with it, because I feel like a lot of them will bring it to your house if that kind of truck can go on your road and then they can deliver it with a pallet, like the moving trucks that have like the hydraulic that'll lower it down. Or you can just go in there and pull it out, but it's heavy, man. It's over 200 pounds. And I just don't know all about that. If they ship everywhere and how that kind of works, because whenever I purchased it, I got a question like, hey, did you just buy a quad box? I'm like, yeah. And, kind of went through it, that way. And I just wound up picking it up at the freight house because I was worried too of if it would be delivered to my house. And for the average person, if you ever bought a quad box, what did you have to do to get it? I just, I would like to know, man. I really would. Baba's going with 8 Solo X18s and a blow-through. You know what? I think then and only then, Baba will finally say he doesn't need any more. Patent office. Nice. Let's see. COVID Andy still going strong. Yeah, man, Oakley, he's sick. I'm okay. He's sick. He's got like the croup cough. Past couple days, he's on steroids. I'm a little tired, long day, stressful day, had to run to the bank, go to the violin concert, eat, drive home, watch the UnMasked show, set this up a little better. I threw a little air thing in there for him. I feel like we're not even looking at the fish cam anymore. Threw a little air filter in there for him, just to move stuff along, doing that while we're watching the show. And it's just, it's a lot. It's a lot, just life and, just one of those days. We always have an off day. Today's an off day. Feels like an off day. It's okay. Digging low. Just 25 again. Can't wait to hear the stories of people saying my Solo X broke my window. I feel like those days of those people saying that because of the internet isn't going to be quite such a thing. And it's just because so many people, like, obviously it's still going to happen. That person that just doesn't go on Facebook, lives out in the boonies, and their second cousin is 20 years older than them, same situation. It's gonna not die. It's not gonna die. I'm telling you, it's not gonna die. And it could start with another brand, and I already see it happening, with like really popular brands that, are easily accessible, and Scar. It's happening. It's funny how the tables are kind of turning now. And with the UnMasked being what it is, Kicker Club, the influence, and just being, whatever, I feel like there's less of that with kicker guys. I just do. I feel like the knowledge of what kicker actually does and, how people look at it is a little bit different than it was 4 or 5 years ago. Honestly, unless we can just see more and it never really was that big of an issue. But honestly, I think it was. Whenever I ran kicker, man, it was either, man, that sub is the best thing ever. Holy crap, that's a woofer. Or, oh, that's your Walmart setup. Or, oh, you're going to blow your windshield out with that thing, rudely. And, I feel like that was just a time that, I feel like it's going to slide away slowly. Just because. Now, maybe that's just because we're getting older. I don't know. And we're just not seeing it. But honestly, I go to these shows, man, and people are becoming more knowledgeable. These young guys, at least what I see, man, they know a lot more than I did when I was their age. And it's because of these tools that we got. These live shows, this YouTube, you know, Facebook, and the internet. Like Timmy Turner always say, the internet, you know, and it's here, man. It's here. So I don't know. I feel like it's going to be less of that, but there's still going to be that guy. There's always going to be that guy. 818s, man. If I had the space for 818s, I would. Or, I mean, you could. You need a lot of power. You need a lot of power. Let's see. Imagine the copper and amps needed to power that. 818s, man. I mean, you might as well just go down the store and be like, give me 30 pounds of copper, non-melted. And then you can bring it home and melt it down and heat shrink it and you'll be good. Just bend it the way you need until it's cooled down and you're good. Just don't try moving it. I forgot to take a Tums. I had really bad allergies. I had really bad acid reflux today. This juice, I'm out of my peach rings. This other juice gives me bad heartburn. Another reason. David, thank you, man. $20 super chat. Do not forget to hit the like. Dave is reminding you every time. Smash the like before you leave. Do it now. I know it's hard. You got to hit the little X to leave the chat. But then you just hit the little thumbs up, and then you're done. And then you go back to the live chat. I appreciate you guys so much. David, thank you, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate you so much. Always. Yeah, you know, I just feel like it's going to be a thing of the past. You know, eventually, I just do. I just do. Not as bad as it was. I was never that guy, but I was the guy that at least, you know, I would say, oh, my system has 5,600 watts. And it's because I had a 5,000 RMS amp and it did not do 5,000. Cool audio. And, you know, 600 watts of four channel. You know, at least I wasn't too bad. I wasn't, oh, yeah, man. Do 150s, man. You know, I don't even have a meter. But, yeah, there's those guys where you see them a little bit too. They'll pop their heads out. You know, they'll be like, oh yeah, I do a 59 or I do a 63. And it's like, with what? Oh, 218s. Ah, man. I mean, it's not impossible. Trust me. Some of the loudest guys are loudest or 170s, almost 180s. I think the loudest guy is in the 180, 183 range. At least a few of them with 215s. Now, of course, it's like 70 hertz, but, you know, it's a thing, man. But it's not very popular. Usually people are doing, you know, 63s with like multiple subwoofers, loads of power, because we like to be musical, you know? Face Kicker, thank you for tuning in. Hey, everyone, happy holidays. The holidays are here, man. Hanukkah, what is it, third day of Hanukkah? Not that I care that much, you know? But I heard that today. I'm like, you know what? It's the third day of Hanukkah. I missed 2 days. We're going to celebrate the rest. And Christmas is right around the corner, man. And New Year's. It's going to be awesome. And we won't miss a show. I've been looking at the dates. I'm good. You won't hit nothing. Now, are we going to have a Kicking It with Andy next Tuesday? That is a question. If not, we'll do a normal live show and have some fun. Or we can take a break. Whatever you guys want to do, you let me know, man. I don't know. I got to talk to Ernie and see what's going on. Appreciate you tuning in, man. Cool. We got to figure out how to make the PC fan stay yellow. I can do that, actually. If I go into the IQ... Oh, it always opens on this other screen. Where am I at here? Nope, got it to open here. If I go... Oh, not that one. We need this guy right here. If I go there and we go into the Commander Pro, we can go into lighting. Well, actually, we can just go into instant lighting, and then we can do yellow. But that yellow isn't yellow. It's not. It's like I need a... I don't even know. It's like a different green, because that looks green to me. Wait, we need lighting set up. Wait. No. Am I in the wrong thing again? Yeah, I am. No. I get so lost on this sometimes. No, that's it. Lighting setup. Lighting library. God, there we go. Let me just go to this one here. That looks yellow, and if you look at my screen... Man, I'm really messing up today. That's not yellow, that's orange. That's orange. But it looks yellow, don't it? I don't know why, but it does. So there we go, they're yellow. I like the switch just because it kind of changes things. We can change this. He's RGB too. Not quite as fancy. William, Dig Andy Kicker, Yellow Fishy. Thank you, man. You know, I had to. You know, just because Ernie and Bill Frog and John and Jacob and Aaron and all them guys running the Unmasked stuff. Can't forget about Jeremy. Having a fish tank. I'm like, man, my middle name is Fish Tank. I need a fish tank and I need to put a fish in it. I need to put a fish in there. So a little goldfish, fancy tail. It's perfect. It's perfect. All right, let's see here. Let me scroll down. All right, need to look up static setting. Got it. David, definitely wish you all a Merry Christmas and safe holiday season. Man, I am excited for the holidays. I think that's what I'm waiting for, you know. Kayla's got a lot of stuff coming to her. She's going to love it. I don't know if I could show you guys. It's nothing that crazy. Can't say it online because then she might watch us and see that. Got you, Bubba. I like the yellow. I tried setting it as yellow, and that's why it's there. I'm like, yeah, I like that. But, you know, the static color that it comes with, the yellow, the actual yellow is not yellow on the camera. And I have everything natural on this camera, so I don't know. RGB's weird, man. Like these lights down here, like how it looks pretty blue, it's actually like a lighter blue than it is here. Glenn McPherson again, thanks for tuning in, man. Will be nice to be out of the hospital for Christmas. Been in here since the 5th till the 23rd. God, man. Hope you're doing well now. At least you're getting out. Forget what you're in there for, but I'll be praying for you, man. You know, I don't wish harm on anybody, dude. You know, and especially like being in the hospital, and then it just makes it worse when it's like the holidays, because then it's terrible at the hospital, and you know, everyone wants to get to their families, and you know, you're just sick or whatever your situation is, and it's terrible. It's terrible, man. Hope you're feeling better, and be good to be back. Get your fishy some wet sounds bass now. He needs some sounds. He does. You know, just a little woofer. I'll see what I can do. I'm gonna do something. I need to. Can't splash the computer. I don't think SJC, I don't know if you're watching this right now, but I don't think this is IP66 or 67. We need 66 at least. I don't think it is. Maybe we could spray the whole right side of it just in case we get a splash. Baba, thank you so much, man, for the Cornut and El Fuego search parties. I know it's been a weird attendance tonight, you know, a little bit different, and it's fine. But yeah, we are missing some key players, and El Fuego and Cornut. I think Cornut was here earlier, way earlier, but now for the actual stream, I don't think I've seen him. Man, you know, maybe that source of El Fuego got the best of him. You know, God, and then Cornut, he's not too far away. Oh man, this ain't looking good, man. This ain't looking good, Bubba. We're gonna have to start looking. And SJC2, I know they're all MIA. It's okay. Pain management. Hey, it's still, man, no fun, no bueno. Oh, there it is. Ears were burning, man. Ears were burning. I'm a mailman. Holiday season, working overtime, man. It's peak season. Appreciate you, Cornut, working during the holidays, man. And I know what it is to be in the mail service in the holidays. It is no fun, not at all. And man, appreciate everything that you do. Send me some awesome stuff recently. Thank you for all that you do, and as well for bumping up. Cornut's the one that started this $25 Patreon tier anyway. I blame him. Thanks for tuning in, guys. It's been an hour, and we'll have a show Friday, of course, man. And I'll try to get a little bit more of a topic, but I mean, I feel like next Tuesday, should be doing a Kicking with Andy. If not, I might save that for, the Amp Dyno 4 Kicking with Andy, just because I want it to be really good. This Amp Dyno's, it'll be ready Tuesday, but if there's no Kicking It with Andy, I might make it wait a little bit, because we're going to do some pretty cool stuff too, man. And I don't know. We'll see. I appreciate you guys. Otherwise, I will see you Friday. And, man, I'll see you guys on the next one. And don't forget to say goodbye to, we're going to call him Chris, for Chris McLaughlin. Say goodbye to the fish. Appreciate you guys. I will see you on the next one. Or in a caboose. See you guys. I can't.
Leave a note with Andy.
Fishy, fishy, fishy. Speaking of the fishy, Chris, who's going to be the caboose? Anyone? Who's it going to be? Hey, you got to look at the screen over there. Look at the screen. 1090 super chat for the 10.9 talk group. Cornut with the caboose. I feel like Cornut came early on that one. He came early, but I'm feeling it. What do you think, Chris? Chris, you're really leaving me hanging here, man. Chris. Oh, wait! We got another one for Cornut, but it came in way too early because then Baba comes in last second. Happy holidays. Be safe out there. Appreciate you guys so much. Chris, you really left me hanging there, man. Thank you guys for watching. Love you guys so much. Sticking to the end, man. We got some OGs here. Thank you guys. I will see you on... Oh, Cornut stole it! He stole it with a dog!